Yo, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy Chris, aka the Water King, coming at you for another Dueling Bros video. And today we are going to be doing another video in our deck breakdown series, and I'm going to be helping you guys build your decks because I know that there are people out there who want to build their own decks and not just use a deck that somebody like myself just came up with and threw a video out there. So we're going to give you, or I'm going to give you all the advice that I got to help you build your deck from scratch or edit it, whatever it may be. But before we get into that, we have a lot of long videos that don't make Instagram. So I know we have a big following on Instagram, so you can just hop over to our Facebook or our YouTube, and we have the longer videos there. If you're on YouTube, just please hit a like. Just if you like it, just hit a like. You don't have to comment, and if you want to catch our content more, just subscribe and then hit that notification bell, and then that'll get you everything ASAP, because I upload on YouTube. Steven and I upload everything on YouTube and Facebook, but sometimes everything doesn't hit Instagram. And then of course, some people don't like Facebook. We try to cover all the bases, and but that's all I gotta say. I hope everybody's having a great day, and let's get into this deck breakdown of helping you guys. So we're going to talk about synchronicity first. Every deck needs to synchronize very well. Everything needs to play together, needs to play off each other, or needs to get things that play, to get your main goal of your deck to be successful. It's the main thing. You need to think of your deck and your Metazoo cards as interchangeable puzzle pieces that can make many different pictures. And that, that's really the best way I can describe it. There's so many different deck types, and there's so many different auras, there's so many different cards already that and even with each set, it's going to be more and more difficult to predict what your opponent's going to have, even if you know what aura they have, because you can just everybody thinks differently. I might want to play giant salamanders in my fire deck. Somebody else may think, I don't like that at all. I'm just going to play the headless coal miner, and I'm just going to do that. I'm just going to rock you in the face with the dynamite tokens. That's, everybody has their own way of playing, or you could rock both. Then there's those people. It's in between. It's whatever you want to do. So you want to figure out what you want to do, figure out your main goal, and you want to take out and look at your collection. I like to lay everything out. This is me personally. I'll lay one of everything that I'm thinking about. Boom, 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 boom. I'll lay it all out, and then I'll take away I'll pick up everything. I'm like, all right, I like this, 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 and then I'll scrap everything that I'm not interested in, and then I'll relay everything out that I picked out, and I'll relook at that, and then I'll redecide what I like based off of how well do I think that they really work together, and then what I'll do after that is then I'll get all of the cards that I can of that type. And I'll stack them all up, and I'll be like, all right, this I'm gonna have 10 of this, 5 of this, 4 of this, 1 of this, 2 of this, 3 of this. It's like, okay, there's a reason why they have a min max for some of this stuff, so let's figure this out. And then you figure out the numbers, and and then let's say you put everything together, and you got like 50 cards. That's a lot, because I haven't even talked about aura yet. So you want to get down to like before aura, like 30 cards. It is what it is. You want to get down to like 30 cards before your aura, because if you're going to have a 40 card deck and you genuinely want to have a 40 to 45 card deck, especially in a single type deck, a dual type, that's a whole another video. We're just going to talk about just building a deck. I'm talking generically. You want to get down to like the minimum amount of cards, especially single type. So we're going for 40 to 45 cards. I would say we would want to somewhere between 10 to 12 aura, depending on what you're trying to accomplish and how aura heavy you need to be for what you're trying to accomplish. And then after you get all you get your 40 to 45 cards together, you get that all figured out, everything you kind of think plays off of each other, and at this point, don't worry. At this point, especially if you're brand new to building a deck, at this point It's like the first time. You still should have no idea, like if your deck is going to work or not. I mean, it's okay. It's as you do what I'm telling you more and more and more, and you learn the cards and you learn the game, you'll start to just know as you build the deck how well it's going to work. Generally, but at this point, if you're like Chris, you're not like all you just told me is to pick cards I like and then just throw them like just kind of take stuff out and you just have to make sure you have like 10 aura. It's okay. We're getting there. Like at this point, it's fine. And then so you'll shuffle those 40-45 cards a lot. Just shuffle them. Just until you get a good, everything gets spread out. You shuffle them real good, and then you draw your 7 cards, and then you see if that's a good hand. If you see if you like that hand or not, and then you mulligan, and you see if when you mulligan, you just practice shuffling and mulliganing, and just seeing like if you continually get good hands or not. And if you feel like you're getting good hands, great, good, you're ready to go test. And and if you're not sure, but like you think you're getting good hands, I mean, then go test. That's fine. This step isn't is as long as you want it to be. So if you're just completely clueless after like a few shuffles, and then you're like, I still don't know. This isn't going to help me at all. Then go ahead and just skip to the next step and practice with a friend, because that is like one of the main things. Of course, is actually practicing with a friend, because then you actually get to see how well your deck works. So you're practicing with a friend, over and over and over again. Make sure you mulligan with with your friend. Make sure you play out bad hands, like just make sure every scenario, allow yourself to redo things to see what you should have done, and really talk. It's because remember, guys, this is practice. This isn't like the real thing. So don't take it too seriously, and don't get upset if you lose or whatever, because you're testing. This is all it's all test deck. I know a lot of people, especially like myself, if I'm really trying something really hard to work, and then Steven comes in and he's like, all right, well, you want to test it and you want me to use my deck? And I'm like, yeah, that's what I need. And then I lose real badly. It can be devastating, but you got to put your ego and pride aside and just think about, all right, so this is what needs to happen. Either you need to like edit your deck or but what may need to happen is you just need to have a side deck, right? So you got 15 cards in your side deck, and maybe all you need is just, because you can have 3 games in a match, you just need maybe you need to switch out some cards to counteract the cards that are devastating your deck, and then you can turn your weaknesses into strengths, or at least neutralize the things that are making your weaknesses really come out to play through their deck. So you got your side deck, and then you think your deck is, you've played with your friend, and your deck is okay. You think your deck is all right. You're ready to play. So I would say play in casual tournaments if you can, as much as you can, because playing in tournaments is the only way to get ready for the real deal. And I promise you, you don't want to go up in a medal tournament and then it'd be your first tournament, because there's going to be other people there. They're going to be ready to play, and they're going to participate in probably multiple tournaments or tournaments from other TCGs. So playing in casual tournaments to really get your bearings under you is going to just help a lot. Especially me, like I myself have participated in 3 tournaments. In the first tournament, there was supposed to be a medal there. We showed up late, so we had to play in the second half, and we did not get to play in the medal part. But good golly, it was nerve-wracking. I mean, I already am kind of like somewhat of an anxious person, and it was just it was really intimidating going against people who had already participated, knew what they were doing. People side decking. I didn't even have a side deck. I didn't know what was going on. So it's that's why you need to practice, and you just really need to remember that if you lose, it's fine. It's fine, even in the casual tournaments. Yeah, sure. To go to the casual tournament, maybe you had to pay $25 for like a release event deck, or $10 for an entry fee, or even if it's free. But guess what? It's okay if you lose. You have to put your pride and your ego aside, and a loss is not necessarily a bad thing, because it means you're learning something. something went wrong. So it doesn't mean that your deck sucks. It means that what you're trying to accomplish is just, it didn't just it was something just small missing. You can figure it out. All you gotta do is just go relook, and and if maybe you thought you understood something but you don't understand, but maybe you're more confused after your duel or whatever, and then you just go to the Discord, right? You can message the Dueling Bros, of course, but I also recommend just going to the Metazoo Discord and getting pretty active on there, because there are metazoologists on there that will answer your question. And I know some people, if I don't give you an answer that you like, you might think, oh, Mom, I'm not an official metazoologist, so what do I know? And that's perfectly fine. I'm not an official metazoologist, so I'm telling you to go to the Metazoo Discord so you can talk to a metazoologist if you think my word isn't good enough, which is fine. I don't care. So, and then with what you learn from the metazoologist or from me, you just adjust your main deck and your side deck, and then, yeah, from your lesson learned, then you repeat the entire process, and you just refine this continually over and over and over and over again. You may not need to go like all the way to step one, but maybe you do. Maybe you do need to lay out all your cards again. And then maybe you need to just be like, wow, maybe was there something I missed? Is there another card that can help me achieve my goal? Or, I mean, unfortunately, sometimes, especially right now, with there being only 2 sets out, your goal just can't be achieved. Like, you could see that, like, it's almost there, but it's not quite there yet, which means Metazoo is working on it. I promise. From at least from Nightfall, and from my set from Crypto Nation to Nightfall, is that's anything I learned, is that they're working on it. If you think that it's like, oh man, this seems like this card is almost something, but it's not something yet, they're scheming something, because like Frogman and in water with just Crypto Nation, yeah, it was kind of rough. But then Nightfall comes out, and everybody is all of a sudden moving from thunder or lightning to water, and there's just a mass exodus to water. So it's just remember that with every set is things change, especially with a new game. So you're not going to build a deck and then it just be like, all right, that's good. My deck literally changes every single week. Every single week. I've found something that I'm like, you know what, I don't think I like this, and sometimes changes end up not working, and then I'll revert back. But that's why I said you got to repeat this process over and over and over and over and over again. And if there's not a casual tournament every weekend, so I mean, of course, but I'm just saying, participate as many casual tournaments as you can. Support your local businesses. It'll help anybody who's putting on the tournament. Because remember, guys, like, this is a community. We're trying to build a community. It's all love and positivity, and especially at the Dueling Bros tournaments, we want to have fun. We want to have good players, but we want everybody to have fun, and we want people to feel comfortable when they come. That they will have a great experience. They'll know how to play, and if they're not sure, or if they're still beginners, by the time that they leave, we want you to think, man, I sure did learn a lot. I could probably go teach my friends how to play Metazoo, and then you just get the ball rolling. Then you'll have more people to play with, because you know how to play, you know how to build decks, and it just rolls and rolls and rolls. And you can show them our videos, or you can show them different videos, or you can make your own videos. I mean, it's not gonna hurt my feelings. If you think you can do a better job than me, that's fine. Whatever. I'm here for y'all. So that's all I have. Let's just quickly go through it one more time. You want to have synchronicity. You want to put everything out together, figure out your main goal, and you want to make sure that your deck is like 40-45 cards, and then you want to shuffle everything. Just redraw and over and over and over again, just to see what let's see what your draws are going to be like. And you want to practice with your friends, and you want to play casual tournaments as much as possible. And you want to don't leave out the side deck. You really want to have that side deck. It's super important. That's 15 cards. You can swap out all 15 cards to really mess with people's heads. And and maybe one of the most important things is you're gonna lose. It's just gonna happen. You may not. I mean, sure, you may win the first 3 tournaments, but then on the first tournament you lose. I mean, it's gonna happen. You have to put your ego aside. You have to put your pride aside, and you have to be willing to accept that it's all learning and we're all fun, and that nobody's gonna know everything. I only focus on this. You only focus on that. Like, we all have different lives. Some of us really love Metazoo more than others. Like, I really really love Metazoo, but I have a job. As much as I want to just play Metazoo all day, I can't. So it is what it is. But everybody, don't forget about the Discord. Hit us up, and just remember just to repeat and refine your deck constantly. And then if you like these videos, just please go ahead and give us a like, whether it be on YouTube or Facebook or Instagram. And if you're on Instagram, just don't forget, go over to YouTube and just subscribe and hit that notification bell, and then you will get everything that you're missing on Instagram. You'll get on the YouTube or Facebook. But like I said earlier, not everybody likes Facebook, so we put everything on YouTube as well. I hope everybody was able to follow everything I said. I'm kind of a bit of a rambler. I have the sheet of paper in front of me this whole time to kind of help me get in track. I did the best I could to really put all my thoughts into a way that it could be conveyed to help you guys. I'm kind of a mad scientist, I guess, as Steven calls me sometimes. So I don't really know if I was able to help or not, but I just figured I would do my best, and I hope that I gave anybody advice that that it helped. And thank you for watching. We appreciate everything you do. Don't forget about our tournament on February 6th, and tomorrow dropping the Cryptid Nation versus Nightfall booster box giveaway. And I had a lot of fun at the Dallas Card Trading Show. You got CollectCon coming up soon. They got a lot of big things coming. Wilderness to be coming soon. We got Metazoo hitting Walmart and them announcing they're gonna come in Target. I mean, Metazoo is booming. Everybody's, the Dueling Bros ourselves, we're getting a lot more feedback now. So I really appreciate that. If there's anything you think I missed at all, please comment. Let me know. Message me directly if you don't want to comment, but you still have a question. Like, I get it. So whether it's about maybe you want to break down a card, maybe you want me to do a dual type deck, which, by the way, if you think I got single type decks, I got way more dual type decks. I'm having to tear apart my dual type decks to make single type decks so that I can do these single type videos. And this is all fun for me, and I love you guys for supporting us. We're a family, and I just I want to bring this community together. And don't be afraid to ask anything at any time. I will get back to you, or Steven will get back to you. And of course, like I said before, the Metazoo Discord is always there. But that being said, this was another Dueling Bros video. Don't forget to please start liking our stuff on YouTube, and subscribe if you want to catch more stuff. And we appreciate you guys so much. Peace.